seeking advice on becoming an entrepreneur after my father's passing. Hi everyone. I am a 17-year-old who recently lost my father, and as a result, had to leave school to start working a job that I absolutely hate. I'm barely making ends meet and living paycheck to paycheck. I know this isn't the life I want for myself, and I have a strong desire to become an entrepreneur. I have been doing some research on ways to earn money online, but I am not sure which options are effective and reliable. I was hoping that some of you may have insights, recommendations, or personal experiences with online earning opportunities that you could share with me. I would really appreciate any advice or guidance you could provide on how to get started as an entrepreneur and make a living online. I'll give you my honest advice. You would probably earn more money mowing lawns or snowblowing driveways than you would earn online. At the moment, for example, I started an e-commerce store a few months before the pandemic. It was growing, but I was paying a ton of money every month to run it. In November 2019, I had a net revenue of $13,000 for that month. My COGS was about $6,000 and I spent $4,000 in marketing. After other fees and stuff, I netted about $2,000 mo. Not bad, but not great. Earlier this year, I started a hot tub repair and maintenance business. In 4 months, I've grown it to $4,000 in profit a month, and I just hired my first employee. This is also a side business for me. In addition to owning and running Airbnb properties, I also work full-time. No marketing expense, and I only spend about 4 hours a week running this business. The reality is that the online space is hyper-saturated, and unless you create something novel or have tons of cash to invest in marketing, it's not the best place to be. Many people in your generation are not looking at trades jobs, and honestly, that's probably where I'd go. Starting a welding shop, lawn mowing, plumbing, electrical work, etc. business would grow much faster because there are not enough people in those trades right now. That's why my wife is getting her GC license. She's an architect, and why I own a services company. We are eventually going to start a construction company. There's a lot of people willing to work harder for a lot less in other countries. It's very competitive on the internet right now.
First of all, I'm so sorry for your loss. I have 3 profitable businesses. 1 I sold, exited. I'm early 30s. Here's what I would do. Short term, keep your job or level up to a new job that will pay you more. This is so you have cash coming in the door while you figure out your business. You also want to get your expenses down as much as possible so that you have some excess cash at the end of the month to take risks affordably. Business is a risk till it's not. Despite everyone idolizing entrepreneurs, try your hardest to bring the expenses down. Less eating at restaurants, bars with friends if you do any of that stuff. Okay, so I created my first business while working a low-paying full-time job out of college. I loved the job but was basically poor living in California. The job was a desk job. I would take my breaks and every minute while I had downtime to watch videos online about setting up Shopify stores, building products, different trending business methods, drop shipping, Kindle publishing, print on demand, etc. I didn't build any of those types of trendy businesses, but watching the tutorial videos on YouTube taught me the underlying concepts that makes some businesses work. I also read books like Sumner Redstone's Passion to Win. I read all the Harvard Business Review books. My boss walked by my desk one day like, "This is a serious book." I was full in. Learning machine. This is your priority right now. Be a learning machine and challenge yourself intellectually. The people who are amazing in this category are on another level as it relates to business. Intellectually. Strive for that. Next, start getting ideas for businesses. You want something with a strong why now. A why now is a business that has reason for starting now, something that is born out of technological advancement. For example, AI related. Regulation beneficiary, like solar in US. Or something that capitalizes off a consumer behavior change, like online shopping in COVID. For a steady stream of ideas, it may be worth checking out link. $300 per year. Or link. Free. Both publish research for readers that go in depth on new categories, trends that can be capitalized on. Next thing you want to do is start testing 2 ideas a month. Basically build a landing page. Fully branded. You can use Canva and Midjourney for each idea and start posting about them online in free communities like Facebook groups where your audience hangs out. You should have a sign-up form on your page. If you get sign-ups, people are interested. If not, then probably not. You'll want to change the angle or try a new idea. Test these without putting any money into ads. Ads are a false indicator of success as they're optimized to work. You can run ads in the future if you have users, but don't do it when starting out. If you don't get signups, keep repeating this process until you find something that easily gets signups. If you do get signups, then put all your focus into getting the word out about your project as possible and create your product. If it's a digital product, put it together and offer those who signed up a discount or early access. If it's a physical product, you can do the same. Anyways, this is mostly the framework for testing ideas. Once you find something that the market really wants, build the audience as much as possible and start selling them the product. There's a lot of variation in how to build products from scratch, so that could be a post in itself. But again, watch YouTube on how other people have done it and read lots of books on how successful people have done it. For $25 you can learn how a business person like Phil Knight started Nike, but a lot of people don't want to read a whole book. It takes too long. Do it anyway because that's your edge, doing things others don't want to do, so you're ultimately smarter than them. It just goes back to being a learning machine. Be a learning machine.
Honestly, your advice to keep your day job is really solid and not enough people mention it. So many people rush to the big ideas, when in reality, all things take time. The best part of being young is you have a lot of time to spend working and building your side projects. Humble beginnings build character. Plus, if you keep away from debt and bring in money, you can constantly work to build your wealth. Bit by bit. Just avoid the debt trap.
Sorry about your situation. First of all, I highly recommend you finish high school ASAP if you have not. Life will be incredibly difficult without doing that. My advice is to take it slow and steady. Take inventory of your current strengths and weaknesses. Compare those to what you need as a business owner. Sharpen those skills with paying jobs. Save money, and take notes about opportunities you see along the way. For example, if you recognize you don't know much about accounting, bookkeeping, get an entry-level bookkeeping job for 6 months. Sales skills aren't great? Do sales for a year. I was intentional about doing this for about 3 years until I felt I had a full skill set and a foolproof plan.